What is up, everybody? It is Maddie. Thank you for being here. It is the going into the second week of December 2025, and I haven't put a video out in a while. I have some sitting in queue. I just have not uploaded them. I will be doing that soon. Watch out for part 2 of my aiming video for the 3-spot, for the Vegas 3-spot or Lancaster 3-spot. That will be coming up probably at the end of this week or next week. Again, it's already done. I just have not uploaded it. People are asking me why I have not uploaded stuff. And again, it's what I've said in the past. I'm just waiting for more subscribers. There are a lot of people that watch the videos, but don't subscribe to the videos. Thousands, as a matter of fact. And so I just I would rather have the audience that wants to see it. And so when people are really subscribing and ready to see the videos and I get more subscribers, I'll put stuff out. I also have an update video on the Ant Barebow Rest in queue, ready to go. So I know some of you have already purchased that product, which is amazing. Again, I have an update. Ant has made updates to that as well, to the rest. And so some of you who have them already know. We'll put that video out again in the next couple weeks. Again, more subscribers. Guys, if you're watching the video and you like it, just subscribe, like and subscribe. More stuff to come. It's just, like I said, it's just waiting, and we'll put it out there. Today, if you've been following me on Instagram, Matt Yaka, I'm going to probably change that to Matt Yaka Archery, and sooner than later, I'll have a personal Instagram account, but this will be for Matt Yaka Archery, just Matt Yaka as of right now. It's just my name, what it's always been. If you've been following along, you know that I had a bow built, and it is here right now. I have it. I received it. I have not opened it. I just got it today when I came home from work. It was in the mail. This package says 7 pounds on it. This is a very heavy package, and I happen to know that I bet this tube weighs close to a pound, if not more than a pound, but the product that's in here is definitely a 5-pound product. I won't hide it anymore. You guys know that I am a big fan of Greg Coffee, Javaman Bows, Javaman Archery. Greg has made some amazing bows over the years. I've been a fan and a friend of Greg since he was making bows for Shrew, and what he left and went on his own, of course. And then he's made nothing but very, very high quality bows on his own in the past few years. So that being said, as you know, I usually pull out a new knife to open a product, and this one is probably my favorite knife. I received this. So if you have been around the traditional archery community as long as I have, which is over 25 plus years. Well, how old am I? Yeah, we're going on a long time, 30 plus years. And you were on Trad Gang back in the day in the 90s through the early 2000s. You may have known Tippett or Jeff Springer. I have a Tippett knife, Tippett blade. This is probably one of my favorite blades that I have from Jeff. I have, I believe, 4 knives of Jeff's, hand forged, and with the finger guard. It's kind of a rare one. I won this knife at the St. Jude's auction back when we were, I'm sure they still are. I don't go on Trad Gang much anymore. I just kind of lost touch with that whole community. Of course, the use of Facebook and other things, I just kind of, like I said, lost touch with that whole community. But when we were doing the St. Jude's auction back in the day, I was a high bidder on one of the knives, and it was this particular knife right here, Jeff Springer or Tippett. I've lost touch with Jeff again. If anyone knows Jeff or his story or what's going on with Jeff, have him reach out to me. I'd love to hear from him and see how he's doing. But that's this right here, carbon steel, and I believe that is curly maple, stained curly maple on this knife. I absolutely love this knife. And I'm using this knife in particular. You shall see why in a moment, because we are going to open this tube up. I'm going to kind of stand up. I'll probably squat down just a bit. I won't do that. And there's a pile of tape on here. I'm just going to cut around the diameter of this tube and try to get what is in here freed up. And let's see if I made enough cut in here. Yeah, I think I have. Greg, this is a very heavy tube. Greg sealed this one up quite well. This is, try to get more of this tape and cardboard off of here. Yeah, this end is sealed up pretty thick with cardboard. All right, making waves here. All right, I kind of got to the innards. All right, innards. Oh, look at this. Plastic bags. These things are like worth a fortune to me. The city I lived in stopped using plastic bags. So I think all of Colorado, for that matter, stopped using plastic bags. And so we don't have them anymore. Anyway, I am unearthing this product. Oh, I got some cool stuff. Greg is awesome. I love this man. He is absolutely amazing. He knows I am a big fan of his. We've been friends, like I said, for a long time. I have quite a few. Whoa, there goes a bunch of arrows. I have quite a few bows from Greg. One being right here, which is the Falcon. This is technically Julie's bow. It is a 62-inch, sorry, where am I at? Yep, 62-inch, 40 pounds, two-piece Falcon, bird's eye maple on the limbs, and these have antler tips, moose antler and moose antler overlay, and it's a G10 two-piece. Also, right next to me, while I'm here, I have a Impala Supreme. I got this bow when Greg first started making them. This bow is from, sorry, I don't have my glasses on, 2019. I had this bow made, again, two-piece. I'm not sure what the overlay limb, what that limb is. It's just stained. Could be, I don't even know. It just could be anything. Could be some plain maple or something. And micarta. So this bow is not going to be as heavy as this one, but I had this bow purposefully made for 3D and outdoor target. And Greg, thank you. Love these hats he sent to me. I did ask for some, a shirt, which I see is tied up on the bow here. Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it. And let's unearth this bow here. He wraps it up very well. Just cardboard and foam and plastic. And I believe, yes, thank you. My receipt and Javaman Archery. Very nice soft cotton shirt. Thank you, Greg. Love it. So I'm excited for that. Got some cool stuff. And plastic wrap with cardboard. And again, more plastic wrap with cardboard. Thank you. Yes, I'm making a mess here. That's totally fine. And it's in a sock, as Greg always does. Anytime a bowyer sends you a new bow, it should come well packaged and it technically in a sock. I mean, these things cost nothing. They're like $4 when you buy them in bulk. So the bowyers should always have these along with your bow. Anyway, I'm pulling this sock off. I'm liking what I'm seeing. And here it comes. Part 1 and part 2. We're going to show you in 2 pieces. Show you from the back of the bow first. Yes, as you can see, quilted maple, 2-piece with a sleeve, 2-piece Impala Supreme G10. Check that sucker out right there. I will get you better pictures of this to put up. This is not a bone overlay. It actually looks like bone. Again, it's probably some kind of maple that he stained. I love the way it looks. I have another elk heart Magnum with the same kind of overlay and limb tip. It's nothing fancy, but the way it's stained, it actually looks quite nice. I actually love it. And then again, I'll show that up close and I'll give you guys better pictures. But this is quilted maple, hence why I chose that knife. It's not quite stained the same, but you guys know maple is pretty much a white wood. It is not really colored. It's not dark. What's nice about maple is you can stain it so many different colors. Greg and I tried some options that we just couldn't get done, which is fine. I love the black and yellow. This is stained yellow, obviously, as you can see. And again, G10 riser. And with the sleeve, he has to put this kind of coating on there, which is fine. I'm probably just going to cover that with a rubber, some kind of rubberized material, and then the standard Velcro grip or a Velcro rest that comes on here. I'll probably leave that on there as long as I need to. If not, I happen to have some other cordovan or other leather that I can put on there. And some of you who use Velcro works just fine. But look at this. It is a work of art. Now, I don't know if I'm ready to share the specs of this bow. I will share the length. The length is a 68 inch. It's what I asked him to make. 68 inch. The weight is on, I'll just say, on the light side. And I did that for a reason. And this bow is probably, for me, going to become a very specific bow for indoor 18 meter or 20-yard target. Now, some of you may have heard or may know already that I did not re-sign my contract with Hoyt. It was offered to me, and I just kind of have other things in mind that I want to do, and I did not want to be locked into a contract. And potentially / maybe one of those things is showing up to Lancaster to shoot longbow with the Longbow Outlaws. I've been talking about and threatening that that environment over the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. I get asked a lot from people that know I love longbow, and I'm big in that community still. And I help and coach quite a few people with that, shooting longbow. And I feel like I will venture into that 100% probably in the next year or two. Not to say get away from barebow, but be able to do more longbow. Hence, one of the reasons why I did not re-sign with Hoyt. So now I have a little more flexibility in what I want to do as an archer, as a competitive archer in that world. So if I feel like going to team trials for 3D or field or anything, I now can step out a little bit and shoot longbow. Now, I probably still will in the future. As a matter of fact, I am still preparing for Lancaster barebow, and I'm shooting the new Hoyt Exceed 2. So I will still be shooting the Hoyt products. I have no ill will toward them. They have no ill will toward me, as far as I know. But I'm still shooting that product, and all is good and well. That being said, I want to string this sucker up and see what it looks like strung. So unstrung, where's my other bow? Right here. You can see that again, these are the same. I'm going to turn on another light, and so maybe you guys get a better view. Here, we'll see that under the better light, maybe. I'm not sure, actually, maybe that's worse. It's too bright. But you can see quilted maple. There you go, that's a better look at it. Quilted maple, both sides, back and belly. And you can see Impala Supreme takedown. Of course, I did not have my name put on this bow, but the statistics are here. I like what Greg does. He puts the bow length, the brace height length, the string length, all of that stuff, so you know exactly what to get if you need to, or how to put this thing back the way it should be put back together. That's exactly the way it should be done. But there's that overlay and a nice bright light. That actually looks really nice. I like that a lot. That looks really sharp. Anyway, let's string it up real quick and get a nice look at it while it's braced the way it is. Here we go. There it is, braced. Looks really nice. Very, very, very nice. And here's the two side by side. So again, it's the same exact riser length. This bow with the green is a 70 inch, and this one here is a 68. This one is a bow bolt. This one is a sleeve. If I'm not mistaken, Greg is only doing the sleeve in the Impalas. He's no longer doing the bow bolt. So if you had the bow bolt, it's probably a thing of the past for that model, for this model. Anyway, this is it. Again, strung and braced. I like it. Everything looks great. The limbs are nice and straight, and that's just eyeballing it. Of course, I will probably shoot this bow tonight. I will probably film it tonight. I'm not sure if I'll attach it to this particular video as I'm doing it. Maybe we'll just keep this as an unboxing. As you guys know, I do a lot of these unboxing videos, and I might just keep this as a separate video as unboxing and then shooting. I might just do it as a short, meaning the shooting as a short as opposed to a long length, as we are at 15 minutes. So as we're at 15 minutes, I'm going to cut this ASAP. So here's the bow. Again, Javaman Archery, Greg Coffee, Impala Supreme, 68 inch. I will share the weight at another time. And as you guys know, as I just dropped a pile of arrows, I have arrows here. I have more arrows here. I have even more arrows here. And I have even more arrows here. As you guys, there's arrows everywhere. I got more arrows here. All wood, right? These are all wood arrows. I will be sorting and figuring out exactly what to shoot out of this bow so that I will be as close to point on as I possibly can be indoor. Again, I have a purpose for this bow, and that purpose is indoor. So that being said, potentially watch out for me at Lancaster this year, or 2026. So technically this year, technically next year, within the year. I might just show up and shoot longbow versus bare bow. I don't know yet. If I can get this bow to do what I'm hoping it's going to do, I will be shooting longbow at Lancaster 2026. I'll just say that. And that's about it. Of course, like, subscribe, leave comments, please. And I like seeing you here, of course, and there'll be more stuff to come. And that's it. And as always, make it look good. Always make it look good. And we will catch you sooner than later. Peace.